Well, here we go. We're bundled up for a very cold last day of November hunt. Bow back in hand. I'm excited. Rifle season has come to an end. Technically, you can still CWD hunt this evening, but I have no rifle tag, so I'm bow hunting. And I checked the camera the other day when I was with my wife on her hunt, and I had a big shooter that I'm after on this 6 acres, and I saw him last year, and late season he was glued to the crop field. And this year I have an acre of standing beans, and I'm gonna try to seal the deal on him. That being said, I also have a buddy who's in need of some deer meat, so I think if I can get a good, ethical, clean shot on a doe, I'll take it. We'll see how it goes. It's gonna be brutally cold, winds blowing out of the northwest at like 12 miles per hour. It is supposed to die off right at evening time, so I do like that. I did some practicing this afternoon, like I have been all season, just a couple shots here and there, but now I am ready for, or almost ready for, late season hunting. I love the late season. I always tell people that my first favorite time of the year to hunt is early season. My second favorite time of the year to hunt would be post-rut, late season, because if you have a food source, it is amazing how well you can get a deer on pattern. If you stay out of there and you only go in there in right situations at right times, and even though this small little 6 acres is very small and it doesn't take much for neighbors to be going up and down the road or whatever's happening, there is a great chance that especially with the cold weather, the high pressure, the sunny skies, that something might get on their feet in enough time to give me a shot. So I like the conditions better tonight than we had the other night. I think that was 2 nights ago. My wife and I were out here and didn't see anything. But they are out here. I've been getting pictures of them. So hopefully tonight's the night and we can make it happen. Kind of up in the air. I got 2 stands that are really good for this wind, and I'm not sure which one I want. So it might be a last second decision if I'm gonna be sitting in the cedar tree to have a little more cover, or if I'm gonna be sitting in the other ladder stand, which I'll be shooting sitting down to minimize movement, but just way less cover on that stand. So I don't know. But the thing with the cedar tree is I really only have 1 shot window. With the open ladder stand, I have many more shot windows. Kind of just torn a little bit, but kind of leaning towards the many shot windows. But we'll see. See if I choose right or not. Stay tuned. We'll see what happens. All right, here we go. I'm walking to the stand. I got a short 200-yard walk. A little bit of snow on the ground from the other day. Here's my wheat. Option 1. Option 2. Man, I don't know, but I think we're gonna try the cedar tree. Oh my gosh. Of course I brought sunglasses. I didn't even realize I got sunglasses on. But I'm in my stand. I don't got my watch. Battery died. But it's probably about 2:15. I gotta get my cameras up and ready. And then it'll just be time to settle in and wait. Well, it is 3:45. Got about an hour till sunset, so we'll see what comes out, if anything comes out tonight. I love these conditions, a good northwest wind. I got a lot of good cover up in this cedar tree, so I'm feeling pretty optimistic. But big soybean field out here. We'll see if anything comes out to eat. Good morning. It is December 2nd now, and we are headed into the woods this morning to track the buck that I shot last night. I am about 7 or 8 minutes away from the farm, and it was a long night. I did get some sleep, but I woke up at about 3:30, 3:40, and I never fell back asleep again. I let it get daylight, and now I'm out here ready to rock and roll. I have today with me my thermal monocular, which I actually just did a review video on. That'll be coming out here in the near future. But hoping that gives me a little bit of an edge trying to scope out what's in front of me. Maybe it'll just be a dead giveaway, because you know, a gut shot deer can be hard to recover. So I already have a person with a drone that I have on standby, and I also have 2 different dogs that I can call, 3 different dogs really, that I can call. And obviously when it comes to a dog, it's best to let the dog do the work, if there's any question. I saw what I thought was a decent amount of blood after reviewing the footage and running my shot through DeerCast Track and everything through the DeerCast app. I'm seeing like anywhere from a 7 to 12 hour death, and when I get out there, we're gonna be right at 15 hours. So I'm hoping, really hoping, I never searched at all last night, that this can go fairly smooth and I find him in his first bed. But you never know what an animal's gonna do. I think what I've found in past experiences is a liver and gut shot deer is gonna go to water, and this deer walked off into the bedroom where he came out of, and there is a big pond in the middle of the woods. So if I had to guess, that's where he was making his way, and that pond from where I sat is about 300 yards. So that would all be pretty spot on. I already contacted my neighbor because it did hop the fence, and he gave me permission. So I watched the deer 75 yards down into my woods before it hopped the fence. So I at least know that much. But with the dog, it's obviously best, if you don't know where it's going, to back out and either call the dog, where this time I have the option of a drone, where, especially being a stomach / liver hit deer is what I'm calling it, I'm hoping if I were to use a drone that I'd be able to maybe see if it's still alive, because I'm only going to track obviously until, if I don't see blood, I'm calling in backup. I ain't grid searching, just in case this deer would still be alive. You know, I don't exactly know. I mean, I guess it's still blood loss is what's going to kill this deer internally. Long enough with the stomach, it might be infection, and it just won't make it. A gut shot deer just will not live, almost always. So I am optimistic that the deer is dead. Now I just got to hope that I can find it. Today is special because 3 years ago my grandpa passed away, and this is the 6 acres that was his that I got to purchase. So this is a special place to me, and it's a place where my wife and I plan on building our future home. And this would be a really special find if I'm able to capitalize on this deer. So that it all happened when it did, I just can't hardly fathom, can't hardly believe that it all happened how it did. But hopefully it has a sweet ending. Okay, we're back out here over the magical bean field on my small 6-acre parcel. So I messaged the drone person and waiting to hear back on her. Hopefully I'm able to just find this thing on my own. Hopefully I can use my new thermal that I got a review video coming out on, and I can find it myself. But I'm gonna go slow, I'm gonna take my time, I'm gonna be quiet, and we'll see. Right at 15 hours. So I'll keep my voice down, and we'll see what we can find. I made it to my stand right there in the tree. So I was there. I laid down my sunglasses where the arrow was. And there's my sunglasses. And some blood at the initial hit. And there's the green stomach spray. And here's the reason why I can see it in the snow. So I'm gonna get up in the stand and try to use my thermal first. Even though it's been going over 15 hours, he should have a heat signature, even though it's been well below freezing all night. Let's see what we can see. From the stand, I can't see anything just real crazy obvious. We're gonna start trailing this thing real slow, real as quietly as possible. See what we can see. Good spray. Got a little blood. Taking a second to scan. Nothing yet. Might be wasted the first time. New blood pretty good for a little bit. I can see this blood trail pretty decent. You see that? I mean, I got a pretty solid red line. Hopefully it keeps up. If I can follow this to the deer, I'll have no issues. Try the thermal again. I see something white hot down there, but it might be a squirrel. He's right there. He's done his first head. Oh my gosh, I did it. I did it. A monster. I got it. Oh. He didn't go nowhere. He didn't go nowhere. Oh my gosh. Here's the fence line. I contacted my neighbor. He crossed the fence and bedded down right there. Look at that. He froze right. Oh my goodness. Did he freeze like that? Or is he alive? Oh shit, he's alive. I gotta get my bow. An additional shot's gotta be made. He's not doing well. He's not doing well at all. I was 10 yards away. But I think he's gonna stay there. Made it 15 hours. Found alive in his bed. I thought he just froze like that because it got so cold last night. And his head was up. I'm sure you'll see it in the video. I can't see it right now, but I'm sure you'll see his head's up. And I just happened to see him like move a little bit. And I was like, oh my gosh, he's still alive. So bad on my part for not having my bow with me right away. I had to run back and get it. Obviously I had brought it, but this old deer, he knew what he was doing and he was a warrior. Absolutely crazy how tough these animals are. And it was not an ideal hit. But I'm thankful that I was able to find him. He's not gonna go to waste, and he's gonna make a beautiful mount. And to do it on my small 6-acre piece, to have generous neighbors to let me search when shots don't go my way. And this one, honestly, the deer is 10 yards on the other side of the fence. So, I mean, I got lucky. I got out quiet. I played my cards right. I did everything I could to do it right. And I actually saw him with my eyes before I saw him with my thermal. But I'm still just amazed. The moment of truth. my big wide 8. Tried to have double kickers. Actually broke off a little bit on that tine. Big old deer. He was run down. Boy, oh boy, he looks run down. He rutted hard. Look at those bases. Oh my goodness. Look at that. What a deer. What a buck. On a small 6-acre farm. How awesome. How freaking awesome. All right. Well, he's out of the woods. He's in the field. Beautiful, mature 8-pointer taking on my small 6-acre parcel. Awesome. So here is my follow-up shot. Got the lungs. He didn't take long. This is my original shot, and what a difference 4 inches can make. I mean, he didn't make it very long after the additional shot, and then that was last night. And this is the entry hole, so you can see that Mega Meat did its job of blowing a huge hole in him. We'll have to get this thing tore open completely to see, but here he is in the flesh. I'm still in shock. I mean, just a big old 8-pointer. Look at those bases. I can't wait to score this thing out. I'm so proud. I'm so thankful. Thank you, Lord, for finding this beautiful animal. It was a long night of just unsure, and he is everything I wanted him to be. Last year he was a 10, and he actually had some busted points. He's actually broke the top of his G2 on this side, and it looked like he had a little kicker that he had broke a little part off too. So mainframe 8 though, and he had a little kicker trying to grow on the backside of that one, but just a brute of a deer, and I couldn't be any more happy with him. That's going to close the 2025 bow season for me with my Missouri tags, and honestly, I guess I do have a managed hunt tag to go, and that actually opens today, but we'll see if I make it out there for that. It's kind of crazy. People are like, 6 acres, what are you going to kill on that? It's all about how you manage it, what you do with it, what your cover looks like. I have a great setup. I have 3 acres of ag with the field edges. I put in usually clover, but this year the clover all died from drought, so this year was all wheat and rye and a couple of brassicas that sprouted, not many. So it's just a big food source with 3 acres of timber. I've been doing some timber stand improvement. I plan on doing a burn this winter, and just trying to thicken my woods up, trying to make the deer feel safe, that they want to be here. And you know, I mean, it's wild. If you can see up on top of the hill, I mean, my neighbor is right over there. Sometimes, and I have a access road over here on the other side of me. Sometimes it's tough, you know. Neighbors are going to use their homes and farms and things too, but when the stars align, the proof's in the pudding. So this is special, and I just couldn't be any more happy with how this hunt turned out. He is a awesome, beautiful buck, and how this story went, I don't know if I would have picked it to go this way, but it's how it happened, and I'm super proud of it. And I know that it's the hard work of the food plots, of the TSI, the watching when you hunt, you know, don't hunt on a bad wind, keeping the pressure down. This is special. So I got to give a big shout out to Grandpa up in heaven. Thank you, Grandpa, for helping me find this deer, and for this wonderful farm that me and my wonderful wife will live on one day. But it can be done. Don't be discouraged. 6 acres isn't too little. You can get a big buck killed on it. It takes some time. Get to know your neighbors and play it smart. This is incredible. I'm on cloud 9 right now. So I just want to thank everybody for tuning in and watching, bearing with me. It's kind of been a crazy video, but I am just beyond grateful. Otherwise, I hope that everybody is enjoying their season and having a wonderful 2025-2026 deer season. So until next time, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.